Hello, everyone. Well, it's going to be a pretty rough end to the work week in central and eastern Iowa today. Not only are temperatures going to be colder than yesterday, but we're going to be dealing with a lot of rain and, yes, some snow as well. So let's track it for you hour by hour, starting 8 a.m. this morning. Look at all the rain already spread out across the state. With the exception, I will say, if you're watching from Sioux City this morning, you're going to be dry today. But for the central and eastern part of the state, yeah, a lot of rain, and you can see in those shades of purple and blue, that is that rain-snow mix. And where those shades of blue are showing up, it's going to be mostly snow rather than rain. And I do think there's going to be a bullseye near Osceola, Des Moines. But it's going to be spreading to the north and east as we go through the day. Let's jump ahead in time a little bit to around lunchtime. And you're going to notice that that shade of blue and purple starts to make that transition to the north and east a little bit, but kind of lingers there to the south and west of Des Moines. So I think that's where the biggest snow total is going to be. By the way, the other part of the story today is not only temperatures colder than yesterday, but there's going to be a wind chill factor as well. In fact, in the eastern part of the state, we can see wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour now. Over in the western part of the state, around Sioux City area, not as windy. Gusts are going to be more around 25 miles per hour. So we'll call it breezy in the west, but windy conditions in the east to go along with all that rain. And those colder than normal temperatures. And let's go a little bit farther in time towards the homebound commute, 4 o'clock. Notice that the rain is still coming down. I do think it's all rain for the Quad Cities at this point, but notice that shade of purple still trying to linger around Waterloo, Dubuque, Iowa City. Could be some flakes of snow, and certainly if you don't see snow, you're going to be seeing rain. Now let's talk about Friday evening plans. Who's going to be impacted? Well, I'll tell you that it's probably going to be dry at this point, or maybe a few leftover rain sprinkles around Mason City, Fort Dodge, still dry in Sioux City. But anywhere from Des Moines on over to the east towards the Quad Cities, yes, I still think rain is going to be around. Now the heaviest rain is going to be over with. There's still going to be light rain showers around, maybe some flakes of snow. So, though the winds will come down a little bit for the evening, it's going to stay breezy all night long. So probably not the best night to go out. Probably a good night to stay in. Don't worry, you're going to have an opportunity Saturday night. It's not going to be a washout of a weekend. But I do want to talk about Saturday morning, where for most of the state, it's going to be dry at this point. Des Moines, Waterloo, Iowa City. But I still think there's going to be some rain. And this could be the time where we see a few flakes of snow finally around the Quad Cities. It may finally be cold enough early Saturday morning for some flakes of snow. Nothing accumulating, but don't be surprised if you see a few flakes of snow. Or still, could stay all rain because temperatures still freezing. By the way, still breezy tomorrow, and I do think there's going to be some variation in temperatures across the state. Now, as far as when the precipitation ends in the Quad Cities, I think by lunchtime, 11 a.m., and look at how the clouds break up in the central and western part of the state. And what you're really going to notice is high temperatures really varying across the area. I mean, check out Sioux City in the mid-60s tomorrow. Meanwhile, it could get stuck in the upper 40s around the Quad City because it's going to take longer for those clouds to break up. Still going to be breezy, so still a wind chill factor, not as windy as today, but gusts 20, 25 miles per hour is still going to be common across the area. Let's talk about Saturday evening plans. Now, that's more like it. Precipitation showing up. Could be as warm as 60 out in Sioux City, 50 in Mason City at 7 o'clock Saturday, 46 around the Quad Cities. Let's talk about snow totals when it's all said and done. You can see where the snow is going to be and where it's not. Now, I will say for places like Mason City, Fort Dodge, Omaha, Iowa City, Davenport, could you see some flakes of snow? Yes. Is it going to be anything measurable? No. In fact, it's really going to be measurable to even in the shades of blue to measure the snow here, because I bet this accumulation is largely going to be occurring on grassy surfaces, not on pavement. It's really difficult to have accumulation on pavement when temperatures are above freezing, which they're going to be. But maybe if it comes down with enough intensity, and it's all snow instead of that rain-snow mix, yes, perhaps up to 2 inches in Osceola, inch and a half in Des Moines. Notice not as much towards the north and east. Doesn't look like as much time is going to be spent in the snow zone. So looking more likely up to be about a half an inch around the Waterloo area. But there could be a little trace of snow in other places like Fort Dodge, Mason City, Davenport, and pretty much anywhere central and eastern Iowa today through tomorrow morning. Give yourself extra time, even if you're not seeing snow. Give yourself extra time to reach your destination because you're going to be slowed down by the rain, and particularly in this shade of blue, there's going to be snow as well, which is going to lower visibility even more. So that's where the slowest go is going to be today through early tomorrow morning. So particularly in the shade of blue, definitely want to give yourself an extra time to get to work or school or wherever your destination may be. Now, I don't want to leave you hanging. We got to finish talking about your full weekend forecast. Saturday night, going to be a quiet night across the state. Mostly clear skies. These temperatures are very reasonable for this time of year. A low of 32 in Davenport, 31 in Waterloo, 29 in Mason City, 33 in Sioux City. And if you don't like the forecast on Saturday, check out Sunday. Looking like a nice one. And we're talking about temperatures that are 15 to 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. Now, it does look windy in the western part of the state around Sioux City, but actually not much wind around the Quad Cities. 64 for our high there, 65 in Waterloo. How about 71 in Sioux City with partly cloudy skies? A nice start for the first day of spring.